Have you ever been in a relationship where everything seemed perfect until one moment completely shattered your sense of security? A single sentence, one seemingly innocent remark that left you stunned, your mind racing, your heart sinking. You thought everything was fine until that moment. But those words weren't just words. They were a warning, a signal, a flashing red light. Something deep inside you said, asterisk, this isn't right. Something's off. Asterisk, and yet, many men dismiss it. They ignore the subtle signs, chalking them up to misunderstandings or just a bad day. But not you. You're here because you refuse to be caught off guard again. You refuse to let someone manipulate your emotions, your thoughts, your sense of self. You're here to learn, to recognize the signals before it's too late. And today, we're going to discuss 5 phrases that women often say that aren't just red flags. They're an undeniable sign that things are about to fall apart. If you ignore them, you won't just lose a relationship, you'll lose yourself in the process. Stick with me until the end, because what you're about to hear could save you from heartbreak, confusion, and ultimately, losing who you truly are. This is not just about recognizing warning signs in a relationship. It's about understanding how to protect your peace, your dignity, and your future. We're going to talk about modern relationships, the silent games that are often played without you even realizing it. You've been told to be patient, to compromise, to put in more effort, thinking that's the secret to making her happy. But what happens when all that patience doesn't lead to appreciation, but to manipulation and control? What happens when the more you give, the more you lose? You see, most men don't realize they're in a battle until it's too late. They think they're being the good guy, trying to make things work, but in reality, they're being strung along, powerless in a situation that was doomed from the start. You've heard the stories. Men suffering in silence, waiting for things to change, thinking if they just give a little more, everything will get better. But the truth is, she was never planning to change, and neither was the situation. Here's what nobody tells you. Women show you who they really are, not just by what they do, but by what they say. Words are not just words. They're clues, indicators of what's really going on beneath the surface. They reveal her intentions, her true feelings toward you, and how much, or how little, she respects you as a man. If you're not paying close attention to these signs, you could easily miss them. But once you recognize them, there's no going back. These aren't just conversations. They're tests, power moves, declarations of how much or how little she values you. And if you're not wise enough to spot them, you might find yourself caught in a situation that drains your energy, confidence, and self-worth. But here's the thing. You're not here to be like the rest. You're not here to tolerate disrespect or settle for less because society tells you it's okay. You're here because you understand that your worth is too valuable to let anyone diminish it. You want to see the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. You want to protect your peace, your heart, and your identity as a man. By the end of this video, you'll know the 5 phrases every man must be aware of. Phrases that signal it's time to walk away, not out of weakness, but out of strength. Walking away isn't about giving up. It's about valuing yourself enough to leave when you know you deserve more. This isn't just about a woman's words. It's about your boundaries, your standards, and your future. It's time to change how you view relationships, the power dynamics, and most importantly, how you view yourself. Because when you start recognizing these signs, your entire perspective on love, relationships, and respect will change forever. So, stay with me. Every second you spend here could change the course of your life. Recognizing these phrases might be the most important step toward protecting your heart and your identity as a man. Let's dive into it. Number 1. If you really cared, you would. This phrase, if you really cared, you would, is often used as a tool to make you feel guilty. It suggests that your love, care, or respect is only real if you do exactly what the other person wants. This kind of statement can make you question yourself and feel pressured to meet their demands, even if it goes against your own values or needs. As a Stoic, it's important to remember that healthy relationships are based on mutual respect and understanding, not manipulation or control. When you hear this phrase, take a moment to think carefully. Are they trying to make you feel obligated to do something that doesn't align with your principles? It's not your responsibility to meet unreasonable demands just to prove you care. Instead, set a clear and calm boundary by saying something like, "Caring isn't about doing everything someone asks. Let's talk about this in a way that respects both of us." By responding this way, you take control of the situation without escalating conflict. It shows that you value open communication over emotional pressure. If the other person is willing to have a respectful conversation, it can lead to a healthier understanding between you. However, if they persist in using guilt to manipulate you, it's a clear sign that the relationship may not be built on genuine respect or trust. Walking away in such cases isn't about giving up. It's about protecting your emotional well-being. A Stoic understands that sacrificing your peace to satisfy someone else's unreasonable demands is never worth it. By staying true to your values and refusing to give in to guilt-based tactics, you maintain your self-respect and demonstrate the strength to prioritize what truly matters, your inner peace and emotional stability. Number 2, everyone thinks you're wrong. When someone says, "Everyone thinks you're wrong," they are trying to make you feel alone and unsure of yourself. They want you to question your decisions by pretending that others agree with them. However, a Stoic understands that the truth isn't based on what the majority thinks. The Stoic focuses on their own principles and inner wisdom, not the opinions of others. So, instead of trying to defend yourself or convince the person that you're right, simply stay calm and say something like, "I value different perspectives, but I trust my principles to guide me." By walking away from someone who repeatedly tries to shake your confidence, you're protecting your peace and showing strength, not weakness. It's about knowing that your worth isn't defined by others' approval. By remaining firm in your beliefs and not allowing others to manipulate your thoughts, you're taking control of your own emotional landscape. A Stoic doesn't need external validation to feel secure or make decisions. The moment you allow someone to dictate your self-worth or question your choices based on popular opinion, you start losing your sense of autonomy. This is why walking away from such a person is not just about avoiding conflict. It's about preserving your mental and emotional integrity. It's a form of self-respect that ensures you don't get caught up in unhealthy dynamics that erode your inner peace. When you choose to trust your own judgment and stay true to your principles, you strengthen your ability to navigate life with clarity and confidence. Number 3, you'll never find someone like me. When someone says, "You'll never find someone like me," they are using emotional blackmail to make you feel like you're lucky to have them, even if they treat you poorly. This phrase is designed to make you afraid of losing them, convincing you that you won't find anyone else who could possibly match them. For a Stoic, this is a huge red flag. Fear, especially the fear of being alone or losing someone, is one of the biggest obstacles to clear thinking and inner peace. A Stoic knows that no one is irreplaceable, and if a relationship is based on manipulation and threats, it's not worth your time. In such situations, the best response is to stay calm and assertive, saying something like, "I'm not looking for someone like you. I'm focused on finding relationships that support and uplift me, not ones that tear me down." This approach helps you stand strong in your boundaries and protects your emotional well-being. By responding this way, you show that you value yourself and your peace of mind above all else. It's important to remember that relationships should make you feel supported, respected, and empowered. If someone is trying to manipulate you into staying out of fear or guilt, they are not adding value to your life. A Stoic understands that true happiness doesn't come from clinging to toxic relationships out of fear of loneliness. Instead, It comes from living with integrity, knowing your worth, and seeking connections that nourish your soul. Don't be afraid to walk away from people who use manipulation to keep you in a place of insecurity. It might feel difficult in the moment, but in the long run, it will bring you the peace and strength that come with staying true to yourself. Number 4, you're just overreacting. When someone dismisses your feelings by saying things like, "You're just overreacting," they're trying to take control of the situation by belittling your emotions. This tactic makes it seem like your feelings don't matter and that the other person is the only one who's being logical. For Stoics, emotional balance is important, but they also recognize that when someone invalidates how you feel, it's a form of disrespect. It's essential to respond calmly and assertively. You can say something like, "My feelings are valid, even if we don't agree," to make it clear that your emotions deserve respect. If they continue to dismiss you, it's often best to walk away. This doesn't mean you're giving up. It's a wise decision to protect your inner peace and avoid getting pulled into unnecessary conflict. Walking away is sometimes the best way to maintain your emotional well-being and stay true to your principles. When you walk away from someone who continually dismisses your feelings, you're not running from the situation. You're standing firm in your values. Stoicism teaches that we cannot control the actions of others, but we can control how we respond. If someone refuses to respect your emotions, it's a clear sign that they aren't willing to engage in a meaningful, respectful way. By walking away, you're not allowing them to drag you into a cycle of frustration or self-doubt. Instead, you're reinforcing your commitment to self-respect and emotional integrity. In the long run, setting this boundary helps you avoid unnecessary stress and keeps you focused on what truly matters, your inner peace and mental clarity. The Stoic response isn't about confrontation or conflict. It's about choosing your peace over emotional turmoil. When someone's behavior threatens that peace, the only rational response is to protect it, even if it means walking away. Core message: a Stoic's true strength comes from their ability to stay calm and grounded, especially in situations that might trigger strong emotions. This means they don't react impulsively when things get heated. Instead, they focus on maintaining control over their own feelings and actions. Recognizing toxic phrases is more than just spotting manipulation. It's about reminding yourself that your peace and self-respect are non-negotiable. When someone tries to push you into a corner with guilt or pressure, a Stoic stands firm in their boundaries. Setting these boundaries isn't a sign of conflict. It's about being clear and confident about what you will and won't accept. Walking away when the situation demands it is a powerful act of self-preservation. It shows that your emotional well-being is important and you won't let anyone compromise it. By walking away, you're not giving up or avoiding conflict. You're choosing to protect your inner peace. Stoicism teaches us that external events are beyond our control, but how we respond to them is entirely within our power. When you set boundaries, you're not trying to control others. You're simply taking responsibility for your own emotional state. It's a statement that your mental and emotional health matters more than any fleeting situation or toxic relationship. The true power of Stoicism lies in this ability to detach from negativity and refuse to let anyone disturb your calm. This doesn't mean you avoid relationships, but it means you prioritize relationships that nurture and respect your well-being. Walking away, when necessary, is not an act of weakness. It's an act of strength and wisdom, ensuring that you never lose sight of your peace. Conclusion: watch till the end to empower yourself with the strength to recognize and walk away from emotional traps. These aren't just lessons for relationships. They're key to mastering your emotions in all parts of life. By understanding how to spot manipulation and emotional stress, you gain the ability to stay calm and focused no matter what happens around you. The ultimate goal is inner peace, and that peace is yours to protect. It's not about avoiding challenges, but about handling them with clarity and control. So, take this wisdom with you and remember, You have the power to decide what affects you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic 24 for more Stoic insights that will help you grow stronger and live a more peaceful, purposeful life.